Okay. I'm ready to continue now. My bags are pretty full. What is this? Oh yeah. I never started it. Master, when it rains, it pours. No, really. I suspected that you might be awake. I could scarce imagine you sleeping through such a commotion. An entire host of sin eaters appears to be advancing upon the Crystarium. Emergency measures are being taken as we speak. Rest assured, however, that we are safe so long as we remain under the Crystal Tower's aegis. You may return to your quarters if you wish. Yes, I thought... Wait a minute. I thought you might feel this way. Filters, 40... I thought you might feel that way, and I cannot say that your assistance would be anything less than welcome. I must remain here to disseminate information to the other residents, but you are under no such obligation, and thus free to aid any of the townsfolk who may be in distress. The Exedra tends to become a point of congregation in times of need, crowded with those seeking solace and companionship. Would have my personal gratitude if you would offer succor to those there. Few townsfolk are about, and you spy none who appear to be in distress. Clyde. I've only just returned from Amarang, yet I find the Crystarium moments from being beset by sin eaters. Where are they coming from? This shouldn't be possible. We restored the darkness. Well, this is a fortunate coincidence. Brother, tell me you have some idea why this is happening. I may, but for the moment we need to postpone such discussions in favor of action. The Crystal Exarch is preparing to deploy a barrier around the Crystarium as we speak. Ensuring that he is able to do so should be our first concern. Wait, function as anchors. I'm on my way to activate them now. There are a number of instruments placed about the Crystarium that function as anchors for the barrier. I'm on my way to activate them now. In which case, 3 pairs of hands would be better than 1. Very well, I'll take the ones to the south. I shall deal with the northern apparatus, then will you handle the western 2? They're ensconced on platforms extending from the upper level of the Aetheryte Plaza. Aetheryte. I'm on my way. Despite having very little idea as to how it functions, it appears that you have activated the device successfully. What is this? Why are they making me do both? I wish I had a different face. I just have a dead face when sprinting. Silent killer.
Senator sighted! They're coming!
Excellent. The barrier is holding.
That's good news for the Crystarium, but what of the rest of Lakeland?
Lena and the City Guard have taken to the field. Thancred and the others have already joined them. Let us do the same.
Why did that have voice? But if Alphano is opting to act first and speak later, I don't doubt the urgency of the situation. Let's go. Sync it up. Be out to join the Vanguard as soon as possible. If the number of eaters we just saw is any indication, we'll be facing a formidable host. Ikuzo. Bugs. Why doesn't this have voice acting? What lovely weather. Just what we needed. It seems the battle has already begun in earnest. Make haste. Crystarium forces are engaging Sun Eaters at various locations across Lakeland. Assist them in defeating the Eaters before they are decimated. What is this?
Let's
the hell?
give it our all.
New fire? Oh, that was a new fire. Oh. We're in a new building. I don't know when.
Help is at hand.
Where'd it go? I don't know how I did that. I gotta stop doing that. Gives him a heal. Sin Eaters, 10 o'clock. No, that's... well, yeah, it is. Those eaters, they're moving towards Radiska's round. We should follow, but we cannot neglect those in need of aid. Follow while I say. If it's bad here, I started to think what it's like elsewhere. Timely arrival, glad I have my hands full here. What? Where's he stolen? I know magic shall suffice to aid each stolen. I bid thee succor to the guard. I have no clue what they said. I know that I should have joined it. Allison. Enemy has a custodian guard on the back of it. They'll be fine. What? Why can't I target this? Defend me. Matoya has a few tricks up his sleeve. Allow me to finish. Storm! impressive trick indeed. As if you found of your own, let's make for the imperative, shall we? You'll be glad to know that the locals have all taken shelter. Nevertheless, we can't allow the simulators to gain any ground. Me! That can't be good. Gosh damn it all, we're too late. I could have saved them. I'll follow the eater, you press on to the imperative. I'm staying with you. Lost too many already. We must hurry. These eaters are too organized. They cannot merely be active. The code has them all following each other. In a straight line, like, it's weird, I don't know. But hold on. It is as we feared. But our task is as it ever was. Turn the tide. The lives of the wounded are in our hands. Big bears. Why are they going just for the guard?
On your feet!
Oh my god. Have care. That is no ordinary eater. Hello. More eaters. They're protecting us somehow. We shall need to do it in the first. Ether, gather around me, quick. Oh yeah. Yet more still coming. But buy me some time. I'll need ether. Everyone, channel your ether into Alice.
My strength is yours.
May the 12 guide you.
The stars shall grant peace.
Let's give them a go!
The hell is this? That's not a red mage move. Big damage. Come play to this.
So many.
Lena, the bunny girl.
Lena, hold on. They turned on me.
Damn.
This one is mine.
It's a tank for a reason. Whoa, 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 wait a minute. You're not supposed to kill the big ones. I actually don't know how. They're not if they kill Sin Eaters, they become them. I actually don't know how it works. Was that just the Light Wardens? I think it's just light wardens, actually.
We need only hold out a little while longer. Reinforcements are coming, remember? The captain said so. We're going to be all right.
Opium. Do something, Albert.
Run!
Albert.
Run, damn you!
Albert.
The Warrior of Darkness has returned. The Bloody Knight has returned. So stay with me, eh? You can't go dying now.
God damn it!
Please let this work. Please let this work. No. No, no. Stay back. Stop.
Oh, he said it twice.
Help! Help! Anyone!
Why did you spare me? Why? What have I done to deserve this mercy?
Forward! Forward! If you can still hold a sword, follow me! Wounded to the rear! Weapons at the ready! Let's make this count!
Fight and struggle. Seek salvation by your own hands. Though the losses be grave, endure them. Though the victories be hollow, claim them.
Wait, what? I'm confused. Hold on, I need to check something. Okay, that was something. Seems we've driven them back, for the time being at least. The wounded have been collected and are undergoing treatment now. Once they're ready to be moved, we'll have them carried back to the Crystarium. The dead as well, of course, those whose bodies remain anyway. When it wanes, it poems. Repose. Word from on high. The others are helping to treat the wounded. I'm planning to assist in moving them. But even so, we simply don't have enough hands. I'm sure you're fit to fall over after what we've been through. Gods know I am. But if you could see to a few of the patients, it would be an enormous help. Captain Lena is about somewhere. So you might also consider asking if there are any other outstanding areas of need. We'll talk later. Dying Guard. With tear-filled eyes, the prone man gazes up at you. His fingers twitch as if to reach for you, but lacks the strength to raise his hand. Bear it, just a moment longer. Don't touch me. I killed her. I killed her. She was one of them. I know, but I... Sorry, keep quiet around the barracks. The wounded need their rest. Oh gods, what are we gonna do? We fought Signators before, but never this many. Well? Thank you, but it's too late. One of them, it got me. If I turn, please kill me, I beg you.
Oh, I did not see you there. Is there something you need?
No, I'm fine. How are you feeling?
Injuries are part and parcel of battle. While there's breath in my lungs, I shall see my duties done. Don't pretend you're not of the same mind. You fought well today. Saved a great many lives. Thank you. Unfortunately, this war is far from over. We must replenish our ranks and shore up our defenses before they attack again. Now, if you will excuse me.
My leg!
I am fine. Completely and utterly fine. Better than fine. Hale and hearty and still alive to mourn those who are not. Who I failed to protect when they needed me most. We've come so far, so goddamn far! I could have sworn the end was in sight, and now... Now they will never see it.
Impudent worms of the Crystarium!
Excuse me? Shoot him down!
The tragedy that has befallen you is of your own making. Divine retribution for your defiance. The heavens have bequeathed to you a benevolent savior, me. I offer you freedom from pain and suffering, a paradise where man and Caesar might live in peace and harmony.
Peace and harmony.
Why, already, our winged brothers and sisters regard me and mine as kin, alike to them in beauty and purity.
Okay.
But you not only reject my prophet hand, but raise your own against my senators. But it's only right that they respond in kind. Let this be a lesson to all those who would walk the path of sin. The wicked shall not inherit this world!
Hold on. Lena. Small favors. Wafi's ship is already gone. How flattering that he came all this way just to give his little speech. I apologize for my early outbursts. That I have no intentions of allowing any of my wounds to affect the performance of my duties, especially not now. If I may, could I ask that you seek out Thancred and Ophelia for me? They endangered themselves on my behalf, and I would feel bitter knowing that they are well looked after. Thancred in particular sustained quite an injury from the Sin Eater. I would not be surprised if he were in Spagyrix still. Please give them my thanks. What? Where are they? They're in Casteria. Wait, let me see the damage. If any. You cannot touch what you cannot. Were these guys part of the fight? Mines. If we had better anticipated the Sin-Eater onslaught, we might have escaped with fewer casualties. We must be ever more vigilant, and yet we find ourselves more undermanned than ever. We lost a lot of men back there, too many, but it would have been far more if you had been there. I heard you saved a number of our guards during the attack. For what it's worth, you have my gratitude. Yeah, okay. Too many times? No, I must remain. What's wrong with my jaw? I feel triggered. Okay, my dude. I have no idea where they are. Oh, they're probably here. The infirmary. I'm alright, I think. My injuries have been tended to. You hear from me. I'm sorry to put you to trouble. I'm fine, really. The Eater landed an unfortunately solid blow, but the healers here have done wonders. I'm worried about Nephilia. She's not taking it well. Could I ask you to speak with her? My attempts to reach out seem to have had the opposite effect. She's gone off to the Horatorium, ostensibly to fetch herbs for Chesamil, but just talk to her, will you? You talk to her. What was I looking for? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my damn. Pokey Pokemon. Eee! Oh, Glide, what are you doing here? Thankard. It's my fault, you know. I jumped at the chance to help Lena, but I was careless, and now it's my fault. Then you'll be wanting to get those herbs for the healers. Oh, what have I done? I promised I'd be right back, and yet here I am. I know that I need to do better, to be better. I'm only allowed to be a part of this because I'm Nephilia, and I need to be more like her. All I do is make mistakes, but put others in danger. But you're right, I can still help, only by saying these herbs safely to Chesamil. There are only 2 left on the list, but I'll need to ask about this one. I've looked high and low, and I can't seem to find it anywhere. Would you mind collecting the other? I would hate to delay it any longer than I already have. Looking for something with soft leaves that's very fragrant in an unmistakably medicinal way. I was told you'll only need 2 sprigs or so. Once you've got them, you can bring them directly to Chesamil. Whoever gets there first can explain that the other will be back shortly. Thank you. I appreciate the help. Do these other people say stuff? I don't think so. Where is everyone? I like this a lot. You could just double jump, kind of. You do it, you don't let the ground, and then you just jump again. It's like you double jump. I asked someone who looked like they knew what they were doing, and they pointed me toward the herb I was looking for right away. I hope you didn't have too much trouble with yours. I see you roped into helping. Some things never changed, huh? True. Philia told me that he would be bringing the rest. Marvelous. With this, I can replenish our store of medicines. We're struggling to keep up with the number of wounded that are being brought in. I wasn't on the field, but it doesn't matter. The patients' faces make plain that it was a horrible battle. And we're still fighting it, I suppose, though with bitter medicine rather than sharp steel, but we'll win, I promise you that. Seems that I owe you an apology for dragging you to yet another battlefield. You're just come off the front lines. In both cases, I'm sure your efforts saved more than a few. With spaggy ricks in good working order, the Crystarian's people will be well cared for. More lie ahead, of course. Battles only you can fight. Not that we intend to let you do it alone, but that's a matter to discuss with the Exarch. Exarch. You know the Exarch? We do? Was there something you needed? I need you to tell him something, for me. My dearest friend, you see, he was there on the battlefield with me. Only the one of us is here to speak of it. At the end, before the wound killed him, I heard his dying words. I never knew that our world was this beautiful, he told me. I'm so glad that I got to see the night sky. I don't know how the Exarch feels about what happened out there. I don't know if what Rothry said is true. If our losses were just deserts and we doom ourselves to worse by continuing to fight this fight, but I believe the Warrior of Darkness and the Crystal Exarch. I don't think what they've done is wrong. I don't think we're wrong to fight with them either. My friend, he smiled in the end, just as he smiled when he raised his glass to celebrate the return of the night. That's how I want to remember him. So I want to tell the Exarch, don't give up, don't give in, please. We'll tell him, you have my word. Talk to him. What we fight for. If I were stronger, how many people would I still be alive? Don't worry about the wounded, sweetie. Saying that. Best way out? You're ready. Why not go ahead to the ocular? You can keep the Exarch company while I fetch Alphanum. Don't worry, I need to borrow the swiftest Amararo we can find, so it shouldn't keep you long. Be sure to pass down the message, eh? For you. Through the old eastern bow. We're gonna start? Okay. Okay, hold on, I need to try something.
それ
Okay, I need to figure this out some other time. I don't know, it's too much for me. Okay, welcome, my friend. Tales of your heroism on the battlefield precede you, though I confess I found them more gladdening than surprising. I hear no few of our people have youth to thank for plucking them from the jaws of death. What would you like? Would that they had not needed saving to begin with, but the responsibility for that lies with me. One of our soldiers said that. Thank you. Rest assured that I fully intend to continue our work. I will not shrink from what must be done. Now, least of all, though I mourn the lost, I will not lose myself to grief. And even should regret be my constant companion, I will follow the path I have chosen to its end. We have some time before the others arrive if you'd like to talk. And if I were to confess any doubts I might harbor, no one need never know. No, I believe you have enough burdens without my adding to them. Nevertheless, thank you. Oh.
My friends, with your aid, we have weathered a brutal assault.
This guy. Oh my god.
Sorry I'm late, though I would not have been had anyone thought to notify me in advance.
As I was saying, it was only with your aid that we weathered this assault. Without it, the Crystarium and all who dwell here would now be gone.
For each we saved, another perished. If there is anything else we can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. This is our home too, and we want nothing more than to keep it safe.
Thank you. We are blessed to have you with us. As for the attack itself, Vorthri may call it divine retribution, but Sin Eaters are creatures of instinct. A coordinated assault is unprecedented. Moreover, in the absence of a Light Warden, there should have been no compulsion for lesser Sin Eaters to congregate here en masse. All of which points to a single, unavoidable conclusion.
Lord Vorthri attacks.
These minions of light answer to a higher power.
Wait, what? No?
He who did claim kinship with
Yes,
them,
Lord Vorthri.
who did boast of control, not in idleness, 'twould seem,
Why do they?
but in earnest. Lord Vorthri.
He has to use all these words just to say Lord Vorthri. Like, come on.
Indeed. What I mistook for bluster was in fact the truth. The Sin Eaters are his to command. But if he imagines this show of force will convince us to bend the knee, he is sorely mistaken.
I take it
Bend
your meeting
the
in
knee.
Yormor did not end well.
You could say that, yes. But I am wiser for the experience nevertheless. It appears he has mastered a technique which allows him to enslave the minds of others. A fact I discovered when he attempted to use it on me.
That would go some way towards explaining the peculiar reverence afforded him by his subjects. There may feasibly be a handful of true believers among them, I suppose, but it would not surprise me if the vast majority were in his thrall.
Had I not anticipated his treachery, I might well have joined them. But seeing his invitation for what it was, I sent a glamour in my stead. I rather doubt such tricks will avail me a second time, however.
I sent a glamour in my stead.
Did you have any luck tracking down the Light Warden in Calusia?
Sadly, I have nothing to report on that front. What of Arm Arang?
After a fruitless few days scouring ruins, I resorted to asking the locals.
I mean, there's a whole other side of the map we haven't been
While
to.
no one I spoke to had seen any sign of the Warden, I did uncover a possible lead. An abandoned mine in western Amareng. From what the Maud told me, it would be a perfect place to stay out of sight. Of course, I could never hope to explore such a labyrinth quickly or safely on my own, so I returned here.
Even should we all join in the endeavor, an exhaustive search could take weeks, and with no guarantee of finding anything.
Emmett, now's the time to intervene, no?
The Wardens harbor vast reservoirs of primordial light, do they not? Far beyond anything found in lesser sin-eaters. And isn't it true that the Oracle could see the light of a sin-eater from miles away? Surely a Warden would seem like a blazing beacon by comparison. To the real Oracle of Light, I mean. The real Menphilia. If we travel to Amareng, to the south where she halted the flood, I could summon her back. What do you think?
Okay, let's do it. This doesn't just concern Thancred. What? What do you mean, don't?
Don't what? Do what I can. What we both know is right.
Who cares what Thancred thinks?
Do not presume to know my mind. You have no idea what you're proposing.
What is she proposing?
I know why you never said anything. Because you thought you could keep me safe by keeping me in the dark. And maybe I thought so too. But I knew, Thancred. I always knew.
What?
Oh,
What is?
I see. I thought you were a rather underwhelming reincarnation, but it all makes sense now. The Oracle lies dormant within you, doesn't she? But to draw on her true power, you must become one, both body and soul.
Okay, so it would lose her then. That's why Thancred's all.
One being must consume the other.
Yeah.
Who shall be the lucky winner?
This doesn't concern you, Ascian.
But it plainly concerns you. Which is why your heart is ready to burst out of your chest.
True.
Despite the raging tempest in your bosom, however, you have never once opened up to your young charge. Now, why would that be?
Shut up!
Love.
Oh?
Well, I for one think it's a marvelous idea. Certainly more promising than any of your other suggestions. So, it's off to Amareng we go.
Thancred's been with me since day one. I want him to go away. Bring back Papa Limo. Damn, we got the whole gang. Will you never grow tired of shuffling your feet? If you have something to ask me, ask. Tell me about Zodiac. As I told you before, Zodiac is the creation of my people, the first people. We summoned him as your kind might summon a primal, albeit an infinitely more powerful one. And like one of your primals, he tempered us. It was only natural. There is no resisting such power. And so we, Ascians, came to exist solely to bring about the rule of darkness, his darkness. Of course, some would call us evil for it, and they would be fools, though that is only to be expected, given their innate inability to conceive of the nature of our universe. But I believe I am repeating myself. Do you not trust me to speak honestly? Do you hope to catch me in a lie? Really, I have no need of deception, and even if I did, I assure you, you would find it quite indistinguishable from the truth. The Thancred hath long known whether this path doth lead, his journey hath brought him no closer to acceptance. Minfilia demonstrated impressive resolve just now. It seems that she understands what must be done, though I do wonder if she is truly prepared to make the choice. Should she falter, it will fall to Thancred to guide her. However, much he wishes it were otherwise. Guys, I know where the Light Warden is. Let's just go to the other side we haven't gone to. That's it. I can't imagine what Thancred must be feeling to behave this way. To say he's changing since coming here would be an understatement. He may well be a different person. He reminds me of father. Oh, hold up. Oh. Oh, okay. He argued with us for months about our plan to go to Eorzea, but in the end, he accepted our decision. I do hope he's doing well. Wait, hold up, what? Oh, their fathers? Wait, who's... Oh, that's their grandfather, Louisoix. Okay. So their father's still in the Charlians? If I had only been able to locate Calusia's Light Warden, it might not have come to this. Yes, Alphino, it's all because of you. If this is the course you have agreed upon, I will not object, though I am afraid it will be difficult for us to spare any of the guard to accompany you. I can but promise that she will be well looked after upon your return. Just see it to it that you do return, alright? Wait, so what? Where'd you guys come from? I'm sorry to be so insistent, but I know this is the only way. If you're willing to give me a chance, come with us. What was that? Oh, GG. Did I outspeed it? Natsumi? Lena? That's not Lena. Imposter. Oh, I know what to do. Hold on, let me check something. Oh my lord. Some nonsense. Okay. Sorry for the wait, I'm ready now. Are you sure you want to do this? Completely sure. Look, no matter what happens to me, I'm sure that I don't want to go back to being who I was. I want to be stronger, strong enough to face my destiny, and I want to believe that I can play a part in saving this world. I hope you can find it in yourself to believe it too. When you put it that way, how could we not? It is your decision to make. Just be sure that you are prepared when the time comes. If all are assembled, shall we depart? We'll follow your lead. What route would you have us take? Oh, about that. There's something I neglected to mention. I saw a Umoran airship coming in to land over Amarang while I was on my way back to Questin. No doubt the same vessel that bore Vothri's forces to Rakatika. Meaning you can expect to encounter armed resistance on our journey through the region. Right now, Nabath Arang lies in the southern reaches of Amarang, and there are two routes we can take to get there. The first is the eastern route, which would lead us past Mordsuk. The other is the western route, which would require us to pass through the Hills of Amber. Ophelia and I took the eastern route last time. Yes, that's the more well-trodden path. It also makes for easier traversal of the Nabath Severance, but we can't use it. If we did, we need to cross the Severance from a point nearby the inn at Journey's Head. If the Umorans caught wind of our approach, it could very well bring them into contact with the inn and its patients, and we can be sure their activities would not meet with Vothri's approval. It will make the journey more arduous, but I believe it would be safer to take the western route, which brings me to my proposition. While you make for the Hills of Amber in the west, I will draw the Umorans' attention elsewhere, to an area in the east that I know to be uninhabited. That way you'll have a chance at reaching Nabath Arang unopposed and without risk to the civilians. I cannot deny that it's a sound plan, but nor can I allow you to go alone. My skills will make your task at least somewhat easier, will they not? I will accompany you as well. It will afford us a chance to have a proper conversation. And if I go with the others, I'm likely to say something Thancred will regret. Come on. Well then, we'll leave the work of distracting Vothri's forces to you. The rest of us will take the western routes and try to avoid attracting attention. With that in mind, I think it's best that we follow the road from the bridges. We'll move faster with a solid path under our feet. We'll borrow a few Amaro for our own journey. I leave the rest to you, Ophelia. Thank you. I'll try not to disappoint. Wait, what? I even noticed this. That's why you need one world, not all the dotted lines. two at the same time. Nice going, guys. Shared fates. We've only done one right here. Man, no one's even here. Wait, maybe probably no one's here either. It's probably another one. Whoops. Or was it the same one I just did? Oh, okay. Oh. Only the strong survive. Damn, I forgot about Samurai. I don't know why. Let me read this thing. Alexa, play. Oh, let me stop. No, don't. No. Alexa, stop. No. Stop. What the heck? This damn thing. With that, we all had the surety of purpose. We'll need to move quickly. The longer the others need to keep the Yomorans busy, the more likely they are to be caught. There you are. The gate leading to Amarang is just ahead. In all the time I've been here, I've never ventured into the Hills of Amber. Not that I'm particularly intimidated by new lands at this point, but we have more than enough reasons to be cautious as it is. Keep an eye on Infilia for me, would you? No. What is this? Beast Trap? I haven't been all over here. Oh. Who should walk among us upon our return? I wonder. Amarang lies just... I'm ready to go. I'm ready. Let's go. Off so soon, Master Hawk. You barely had time to recover from the battle. Ain't no rest for the wicked. Well, if you're certain, I'm hardly in a position to question you.
Take comfort. in the bonds you share. Accept the pain when the time comes to part. Press on, for joy and sorrow walk hand in hand. Beyond Mount Garik lie the hills of Amber, beneath which run hidden veins of mineral wealth. Or
The
ran,
golems.
at least. Mayhap they are spent. Or mayhap the ringing of hammers can yet be heard below.
A village so near, how convenient. The sound, though Mistress Alice's logic was, I fear the road less traveled hath other perils in store for us. This place has been scarred by the flood too. Who can say what lies ahead? But whatever else this road may be, it is mine to travel, and I don't plan to— oh, I need to do my sprites! I don't plan to take a moment of the time I spent upon it for granted. What are you doing? Eastern Bow. Free trade. I take it you're seeing what I'm seeing. Finding a village when we're hardly 10 paces into the hills is a surprising stroke of luck. Essentially, given our recent fortunes, but you won't hear any complaints from me. Let's see if the folk who live here can tell us what to expect from the road ahead. Yeah. Oh, who's this? You sell? No, you are no merchant, but then why do I know your face? Oh, I remember you. He spent Robert gold. Eh? Oh, you're from the first place. Such a coin purse cracking. You are already a legend from among Morge traders. You're a traveling merchant then. Can you tell us anything of this village? Of course, anything for valued customers. This place is Garik. Before the flood, it was home to many miners. After not so many, now none. So Master Gengen borrowed the village, made it into a trading post. Very convenient location. In which case, you all must be familiar with the local roads, correct? We're on our way to Nabath Arang ourselves. If we continue south from here, will we have any difficulties reaching it? Oh yes, great difficulty. The flood rent to the stone and crushed the mines surrounding Nabath Arang. Only steep cliffs and collapsed tunnels remain. Oh no. But surely there must be some way. Do you think any of the other Mord might have some sort of hidden route? Perhaps you ask, they tell. Tell for free, even to friends of our best customer. Wonderful, thank you for your help. Then Philly is taking the charge, huh? Well then, best customer, let's see what information your reputation buys us. You know how I do. If we're not lucky enough to encounter anyone who knows a route to Nabath Harang here, perhaps they can at least let us point in the directions of those who might. Perhaps we ought to inspire upon the matter of Umoran forces in the region as well. You wish to go to Nabath Harang, huh? There was a way once, a gondola down from the cliffs, but it was built for those who had left something behind that they wished to retrieve. Now there is nothing left, and no one has use for it. You may search for it if you like, but I doubt that its rusted wires would bear your weight. You hastily take down a memo regarding the gondola on this. What? Okay. For Nabath Harang, airship is best. Nothing is faster than airship. The Umorans have one, I hear. You can ask them to make you one. I've got it. I'll lead by asking how business is, then mention you, and then asks about the route. That should work, right? Where's the... Oh, that is a surprise. Not many bound for Nabath Harang these days. I do know of a trolley that once went there. It's used to travel between all the settlements and mines of the Hills of Amber. It is locked with a kind of gate, however. I assume that we will have kept it from being stolen or damaged, but it also prevents it from being of much use. On. Glad I'm afraid I've learned little of use about how to reach Nabath Harang. That Umoran's presence, though, that's another matter. Apparently, though, their army is definitely in Amarang. There have been no sightings of Umorans at all in the Hills of Amber. Perhaps we can take that as a sign that Alisay's plan has borne fruit. Did you have any better luck finding us a route forward? Gondola, trolleys, airships. Airships is the best, so these are our options. Well, what do you think? Can we get an airship anywhere? Not from Bothium, obviously. We could perhaps use Amaro, but even from a distance, I can't imagine that the Umoran army would have spotted us if we were to travel by air. Get aside, the trolley seems most useful. It does seem to be the least risky of our options, and I can't imagine one gate is enough to thwart you. I'd like to know a bit more before we dash off in our search of it, though. Perhaps Zunzun can offer some insight. The trolley problem. Oh, valued customers. We're the other Mord of help. Of a fashion, they told us of a trolley that runs to Nabath Harang, at least. But am I correct in thinking that there was a reason you did not do so yourself when first we asked? Yes, the gate, you see, is impassable. Before there was a hulking thing of stone, the Talos, it opened the gate, they say. But none operates such a thing now. I do not even know if it yet exists. I do not know, but you should travel east to Mount Byron Mines. That is where the trolley controls stand. I still see miners there from time to time. If anyone knows what happened to the Talos, it would be them. Thank you. You've been a great help. We're off to Mount Biran then. Let's hope that someone will be there to answer our questions. Shovel or Boogie? You must be a traveler, yes? Then maybe you can help me. Treasure, could you go in my stead? I take my spade and dig. Dig, dig, dig. Boogie Woogie. Paternal Ward? It's a dire emergency. Dire indeed, you must help. Follow me, I'll explain everything. Paternal Mord, Mord Youngling, Paternal Mord. Hear my plea, noble traveler. My son was playing with his favorite gemstone and somehow it ended up that balcony over there. I told him, oh precious, you should stop throwing it around like that, but alas, my words fell on deaf ears. It looked so pretty, spinning through the air. Oh, how it sparkled. Enough of that, you fool. As after as you can see, it's too high for any of us Mord to reach. We are simply not built for such acrobatics. But you guys... what? Whatever. I have a feeling you would fare better this way, please. It's Geico, not Gecko. Where there's a well, there's a way. I say, I was wondering if you could help me. Chocobo's carrying goods from Castellarium, and we stopped off along the way to make a local well. Unfortunately, some residents do not take kindly to our presence. They peddle us with clumps of strange-smelling powder, and we were forced to run. Terrible business, I tell you. Worst of all, I didn't even have the chance to draw any water. Unless I refill these skins, I fear we will have no choice but to turn around and go home. I did manage to catch the name of the Mord who came after us, Gilgil, they call him. I don't suppose you could have a word with him. Why would they take such offense? With strong legs, you should be able to reach the roof by jumping from the plank over there. Though the endeavor may be fraught with peril, you must get my son's gemstone back, or I shall never hear of them. Though the endeavor may be fraught with peril, you shall get my son, or I shall never hear the end of it. Whoops. Actually, I should just remount it. Kaye. Where's my gemstone? Where's my gemstone? Ah, I thought I would never see it again. I'm so happy. Father gave this to me. See how it shines. I wanted to see it twinkling from above like a star. Even so, you must not throw it. Yes, Mother, you're right. This is my star. I shall keep it with me, always. Though we may never be able to repay your kindness, honorable stranger, please accept this token as our gratitude. We'll never forget you. Yes, we chased them off because they were forced to pair... What? Because they were being followed by a pair of amber iguanas. Very dangerous they are. We cannot have people bringing them into our village, but if you killed 2 of those iguanas. Okay. Whatever. assault on a deadly weapon. Ooh, what to do, what to do. I want to make a traditional moored stew, and I only need one more ingredient. Amberweed is plagued by evil weapons. Funny name, not so funny when they are trying to kill you though. There is an especially horrible one called the Wandering Weapon, who the others seem to follow. I can finally harvest amberweed in peace, so hope you help us. And justice for all. There's work calling. Miner Twine has said that it attacked her. Seems to have grown into quite the brute with the lizards. Kill it, in other words. I recommend softening its hide first with a splash of this oil. Once you have taken care of it, bring me its meat. No point letting it go to waste. That's to the west, and I know. Gone. Where is that nephew of mine? I sent him to Twine on an errand a while ago, and he has still not returned. Your travels happened to take you away. Could you keep an eye out for him? Knowing him, he probably forgot to take any water and is lying in a ditch somewhere. Perhaps you should take this, just in case. If he is thirsty, give him something to drink. And if he is sleeping, pour it on his head to wake him up. Ah, man. Why so stupid. What the? Man. Yeah. Damn, oh. Fireball. Pharaoh Lizard. What? Oh man, oh man. Please. Ooh. I gotta stop doing that. Iguana, I am iguana. Iguana. The gang's all here. Oven Nanny. The hell is this? Why does this desert have to be so dry? Never been so thirsty. Need water. Oi. Pah! You have saved me from certain death. Well, extreme thirst at the very least, but how did you know? My uncle. I just wanted to make him proud, to show my gratitude to him for raising me, but all I do is cause problems. No point moping around. Though I'll have to do better next time. Thank you for the water, it was much appreciated. My nephew made it back alive. I was so relieved to see him. I only set him to deliver some smoked lizard meat, but I had no idea it would end like this. Still, it is important for me, both Garrick and Twine, to send these kinds of supplies back and forth. I wish we still had a Talos, then my nephew would not have to go on such dangerous trips. He might be a fool, but he's a good boy at heart. Thank you for helping him return to safety. That's what I do. Yo, I killed the lizards. Done what I asked. Oi! This is tomorrow's dinner taken care of. Alright, your friend can use the well, and give him this. It is powder made from dried flesh of amber iguanas and mixed with herbs. They cannot stand the smell, so we scatter it on ourselves to keep them away. So show me what you have found. Show me, and give me the spade back, please. Treasure. I've got treasure. Oh, this must be very old. Let us see what is inside. What? Nothing but junk. Rusty junk at that. Why would anyone bury this? Wait, is that a diary? I'm sure the former owner will not mind if I take a peek. It looks like the owner had to leave Amarang, but was planning to come back one day. And if that day ever came, they wanted to dig up the diary and continue writing their life story. I wonder if that person is still alive. Probably not, judging by the state of this chest. It must have been buried for a long time. Maybe their children or their children's children will come to search of it. If I read the rest, maybe I can learn who this person was, and then I will put it back in a more sturdy box. And since there was no treasure to share, I will give you this instead as payment for your hard work. Shovel Boogie. Welcome to our land. Sorry, Belcher. Well, you did it again. Hooray! Now that the amber weed will be mine. But I wonder if the other evil weapons will come back. I hear they were made by the mages of Nabathurang from enchanted swords. Do not ask me how they ended up looking like that, though. Apparently their masters disappeared after the flood, with no one to command then. They have been prowling around Amber, attacking everything that came close. I hope that by getting rid of the wandering weapon, we will stay away for a while, but who can say? All I know is I can make my stew now. My stomach thanks you. Killed it, you say? Prove it. Very good. The beast put us through a lot of trouble, so it is about time we had something to show for it. They are usually quite harmless when they are young, but this one was a vicious little bastard even then. This serves him right for mauling passerby. If he had any sense, he would have disappeared for good. Anyway, I will dry this meat and send it to Twine by way of apology. For you, this should be an ample reward. Oh man, what's this? I see, so they're willing to let us in, provided that we cover ourselves in this powder? Yes, I can see the logic in that. In fact, I fear we owe Gilgil and the others an apology. I'll feel a lot better about using their, well, once we've had a chance to clear the air. Of course, if it weren't for your help, we'd either be going home empty-handed, dying for thirst in the desert, or even being eaten by those horrible iguanas. 1,000 thanks, yours. Do I have pants? You keep giving me all this stuff, it's not pants. 409. Mayhap the pale of light is the root of this land's desolation, or mayhap the fault lies with the man and his insatiable greed. Alright, Roger. What a sight. Oh, pardon me, it's a bit daunting, isn't it? Huh? The scale of the track is impressive, I'll give them that. Now we only need to follow it until we come to the mines. Where am I? Here? Damn, this place is huge. I need an ether current. There has to be one around here, and I haven't seen one. Yo, why am I not touching that crystal? Mount Beeren Mines. It's not mine, it's yours. It's not yours, it's mine. Ether. This is a gnome, huh? Okay. Good gnome. Pretty sure the word gnome has some kind of earthen times or something. Ties. So maybe that's why they call these gnomes. This lever can't have been designed for a person to operate. Oh. it is. Where's Uvangia? Bit of a mess, isn't it? But the mechanisms for dispatching the trolley are here, just as Zunzun said. Unfortunately, anyone who might know how to use them is not. We might wait for Zunzun's mysterious miners to appear, or have a look around and see if we can deduce anything useful in their absence. I'm in favor of the latter. Something near the entrance to the mines. Proper caught Uvangia's eye. Meet us there if you find anything. We're really gonna use this thing, huh? Taking the train. Suiton. 100 is the max. Conspicuous cup. What? Oh, that was magic. I was for sure certain it was here. Taking the trolley, yeah? It appears to be well maintained. Glide, why hast thou discerned? I see, indeed, thine observations are consistent with mine own, but let us refrain from further discussion ere our comrades arrive. Ample evidence of recent maintenance and lukewarm tea besides. The levers for switching tracks looked like they were in good condition, though I couldn't move them myself. No ordinary person could, I think. It is my belief that no person is meant to. Oh? Golem! This Talos beareth more than a passing resemblance to golems of the source, nor doth it appear to be the sole example of its kind. The proliferation of Talos fragments, as well as the enormity of the mechanisms here, suggests a considerable number were once in operation. Yes, that were the case. Alas, the specimen and its fellows now lie lifeless and broken, and I know not how to prepare them that they might facilitate our passage through the gate. And without the aid of the Talos, even if thou wert somehow able to unbar the trolley's path, we would still have no means of propelling it. We might not know how to repair the Talos, but someone must. Otherwise, why keep everything else in working order? Whoever is maintaining the cars and rails must know something that we don't. Let's ask them what it is, shall we? What's wrong with what Tankred said? But I do believe you'll find a person of some interest skulking in the shadows behind a warehouse on the northwestern side of the tracks. While you two have a friendly chat, the rest of us will gently encourage those to the south to come out of hiding. Defend yourselves as necessary, of course, but do try to keep everyone in one piece. One piece? Confirmed? Luffy? Off we go then. What the hell's going on? What's this? What the hell's going on? Wicked White, where did you come from? No, never mind that. You have no business here, of that I'm sure. What? What the hell? Where's he going? Get off. What the hell's going on? My lord. I feel a bit bad for them. They elected to take up arms against us, though the outcome was plain from the first. Good to hear. These two weren't much trouble either. Let's see what they have to say for themselves. Us? We're not the brigands come to take what isn't ours. Do we honestly look like we need to steal? What, some rusted bits of iron? Don't be absurd. We're not here to rob you. A likely story. You look well? Wait, what? You don't look normal, that's for certain. You don't have any wares, so you're clearly not merchants. Travelers never pass this way. The only reason you would come all the way out here is to strip the machinery for parts. Oh, Thaf, I have an idea. What if, once upon a time, a lovely lady of noble birth ventured forth in search of her lost love, joined by two most loyal servants, sworn to follow her until world's end. On their journey, they met a sorcerer as ancient as time itself. Moved by the lady's devotion, he offered to be their guide, and they turned up here somehow. I can only assume that you're being intentionally obtuse, but in the unlikely event that there's a serious conjecture, no, I suppose I am a bodyguard of a sort, but we have rather larger concerns than fairy tale romances. Though I would fain hear more of this age's sorcerer and his heroic deeds. Gods grant me strength. If I may, we're actually searching for a means by which to travel to Nabatharang. We were hoping that the trolley might offer a solution. I realize that we haven't gotten off to the best of starts, but if you know anything about how we might get working again, the trolley. You should have led with that. We're always keen to discuss the trolley. We're both engineers in training, in fact. Jarek and Thaf at your service. Technically I'm a miner and he does repair work, but our true passion is the trolley. We're working with a few other folks to get it up and running again. And before you ask, yes, it's true that there's a little in need of transport these days, but that's not reason to consign a miracle of mechanical innovation to dust. The mere sight of its traveling the track, once again, would make hearts sore, my words. You'll hear no argument from us. What progress have you made thus far? Boom. Not as much as we'd like, truth be told. Well, is there anything we could do to assist you? We could gather materials or help put pieces together. It's a sight more complicated than that. I'm afraid if you spoke with Magnus, you'd understand. He is the only one with full knowledge of the trolley's operation. I suppose you could speak with him if you like. We'll introduce you. Very well, our options are limited, and if this Magnus can explain whatever is preventing the trolley from being restored, I'd like to hear it. Right, it looks like he'll be following us back to the Twine then. Quests for a lost love. Perhaps that could have been me had things gone differently. Come to think of it, Roger always was fond of fairy tales. Dost thou seek the sorcerer's wisdom, young one? To be honest, I'm impressed that you thought of the trolley to begin with, so you seem to, these days, too used to living without it, I suppose. Rust and ruin. If you're ready, we can leave now. Though you haven't seen another fellow around here, have you? I thought he'd have come out by now. Eh? You think he'll be alright? That, sir. Well, I suppose we did force your hand a bit. I'll have a look, just in case. Go on ahead, Alright, looks like it'll just be you lot and me then. Try not to let anything take a bite out of you on the way back out of the rail yard. There's probably an aether current back there. Damn, that's smart. Did he have to thump me so hard? I'll be feeling that for the next fortnight at least. Not to be done about it though. I've pointed at your overeager companions in the right direction and they've gone on ahead, so we need to get moving. Normally we walk atop the tracks, but seeing as the young lady has a much shorter stride, there's more perilous a route that I'm comfortable suggesting. Aren't you falling through the gaps? My god! wouldn't want anyone falling through the gaps. Of course, the low road presents some other dangers, but having been on the receiving end of your friend's blows, I'm not worried on that account. I feel like I hear some other music. I don't know. Oh, then Billy. Billy Goat? Oh, wait a moment, I think I hear something. Oh, that's something, alright. Run. What? Come on, what? Oven fleece? More fleece? Oh god. Ether. I stay doing it. Man, sorry about that, I'll admit, I didn't expect this road to be quite so fraught with danger. We're nearly to Twine though, so we should make it without further incident. Excuse me. The town is small, but everything is in it seems so purposeful. It's amazing. A testament to man's resilience that civilization may yet be found at every edge of the world. Okay. Odd to find a place like this still occupied. It must have come dangerously close to being consumed by the flood. This is it. Welcome to the Twine. The original dwellings were built to house those laborers tasked with building the track. Over time, miners came to seek their fortunes, and that's what made the town grow to what you see before you today. But it was still the trolley that brought them here. As you doubtless noticed, the track goes to the very heart of the town. It was the heart of the town, back when the trolley still carried everyone home at the end of each hard day in the mines. Now there is no trolley, nor much work to be had in the mines, for that matter. The only residents that remain are in the destitute, the delusion, and those with nowhere else to go, or so they say. That should give you some indication of what to expect when you meet Magnus. As I said, it will help you understand why we can't get the trolley running. Just don't expect too much from aside from that. Well, that's encouraging, but I don't see that we have much choice. Let's go and meet the man. To Drain. Magnus, son. This is Magnus. He's our boss of a fashion. He's been drinking. I've been drinking. I've been drinking. Where are you supposed to be? Never seen the three of you in my life. Oh, or the four of you, wicked white. If you're going to bother me, at least have the damn courtesy to stand still. Methinks this one is deep in his cups. These are my guests, Magnus. We ran into them at the mines. They're looking for a way to reach Nabath Arang, so they came to ask about the Charlie, you see. What? There's nothing in Nabath Arang, not anymore. And especially not for frail little girls. Give it up. No, we must reach Nabath Arang. I must. But, so you have your heart set on it. The world doesn't care. The place is a ruin and nothing more. And you're not getting there in the trolley. The thing doesn't run on hopes and dreams. We're not fools. It's necessity. It's necessity that drives us to Nabath Arang. If you insist that the trolley is not an option, at least tell us why. No, I'm sick of people asking me about the blasted thing. Leave me be. We'll speak outside. Piss off! I'd be lying if I said that I didn't expect that much, but for what it's worth, I'm sorry. Stubborn arse. I sense there is more to this belligerent drunk in his tale. He's only said that because he thinks I'm weak, and he's right, but I can't be, I won't be forever. There has to be some way, I must find it. On track. Oh, I'm sorry, I was stuck in my own head again. It's clear that Magnus has no intention of helping us, but perhaps we should ask the other residents. They may know something of the Charlie. I'll take the north side of town. Let me know if you learn anything. Thancred, art thou truly content to stand witness to fate's course and take no part? This isn't a matter of fate, Roger. It's about choice, and I've had years to decide where I stand. Philia has spent too long in chains already. I will not shackle her again by making my hopes known. It is for her to choose what shape her destiny will take. It is for me to stay silent, to protect her, teach her, and stand by her. That, at least, I can do for her. So be it. Come, let us make our own inquiries then. Oh, there you are. You'll be pleased to know that I got our friend back home with no troubles, and he's just fine. He was a bit shaken up is all. And you? What did Magnus have to say? You said no. I did have a faint point that your need might prompt him to action where our interest is not, but I suppose that was foolish of me. I am sorry that we couldn't be of help, though. I could at least show you the trolley car we have here. If you like, you could give it a stroke or two. It has some very smooth wood. You mean to say you're not giving up, even knowing that Magnus is Magnus? I don't see much point in your being stubborn about it, though perhaps stubbornness is exactly what the situation calls for. Can't forge iron without an anvil, after all. I can't imagine that anything you will try to will work, but if you're certain you can help me make preparations in the event that it does. To that end, take this toolbox. We're going to inspect the rails. I'll have a look along the tracks for anything that's in need of repair. You bring the tools and be ready to hand them to me whenever I stop to work. moved here a while back with my two brothers, although I must say they're a lot more suited to this life than I am. I never realized how much I dislike dark, dingy mines until I tried working in one. You open the box, revealing the proud array of lovingly maintained tools within. Brilliant. Now, if you would hand me what I need as work, I need as I work, that would be help. In this case, well, this bolt is loose for one matter. We can't have that. I'll need to tighten it. Mid-side wrench. Thank you, this one will do nicely. Now, give me one moment and... There, I don't see any other problems here, so let's continue along the track. Quite handy to have around, you know? As to the lamp here, these aren't often necessary these days, but if we're going to do this, we might as well do it properly. And if by some miracle the night returns as it did in Legoland, well, it's a nice thought. Anyhow, a bit of this post seems to have splintered. Whether its lamp is to be lit or not, we wouldn't want these little pieces of wood jabbing and the next person who comes through here to do maintenance. I'll need to sand it down a bit. A rough file. Yes, a wood file is perfect. Let me even this out. That should do it. I'll bring some varnish along next time to finish the job. I haven't spotted any other problems, so we can move along now, unless you like to take in the view of the tracks and from here a bit longer. It's breathtaking, I know. Not really. Mining has always been the primary vocation of folks in the hills of Amber, you see, but after a certain point, they had dug up everything that could easily be reached and carried back by manpower alone. It was then that the Nabath Empire struck upon the idea of the Talos, which they had seen at work abroad. At great expense, the Nabath brought the Mistal engineers who specialize in Talos here to the hills, and wouldn't you know it, the mining industry picked right up again. Twine itself sprung up around that time, as a matter of fact. It was named after the entwining of tales, the fruitful cooperation between the native Ronso and the newly come Mistal. But that, like so much else, fell apart in the wake of the flood. The Mistal left, taking their knowledge with them. It was 15 years ago that the last of them, the folks from Daedalus Stoneworks, took off for Yilmore, and now no one remains that can repair and operate the Talos. But there's no use in lamenting what can't be changed, and there's one more thing we need to do while we're out here, so we might as well get to it. Vultures occasionally make their nests on the tracks, you see, and it falls to us to remove them. When they do, the creatures are angry when disturbed, which is natural, but nevertheless a danger to anyone passing. It's not my favorite task, to be honest with you, as you may have noticed. I'm not terribly suited to confrontation. That said, would you follow the tracks north and remove any nests you find for me? I'll keep an eye on things here. Oh my lord. Well, I guess that wouldn't have mattered. Would it have? It would have. Somehow we end up back here. Excuse me. Thank you. That should be everything we're taken care of. In return for your help, I'll tell you a bit more about the trolley. Nothing that can get that started again, though, as I said, the only people who knew how to repair the Talos are all long gone. When they left, the life began to bleed out of the town. The trolley's tracks rusted and its cars fell into disrepair. Now, I was born to the twine, raised there. My first word was trolley, damn it, and those were the worst years of my life. But then, about 7 years passed, Magnus and his wife returned to us. Magnus is a real, proper trolley engineer, and perhaps he would never have left in the first place if it hadn't been for his son. As you are well aware, Amarang is hardly the safest place, and Magnus wanted his child to grow up away from its dangers. It didn't help. In the end, the Sin Eaters got the boy. Isn't that always the way? The child had always said that someday he wanted to see Magnus's trolley running again, so in his memory, they returned to Twine, started fixing those rusted rails and broken cars, and it was going well for a time. Wicked white vultures! Are they back for revenge? Never mind, I don't want to find out. Vultures on the mic. Tainer's training day. Oh, that's the jerk. Nice work out there. Now you know the story of the trolley. It won't do you much good without the talus though. If there was even a single one that still functioned, things might be different, but, well, here we are. Pants! Nice. My gosh, hold on. Titan Bronze. Relax. Oh damn! What the hell? I just looked. I think this is a good place to stop. What the hell? Down for maintenance? This is a whole bunch of stuff, man. How many quests is this? What the hell? 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ridiculous. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it for now. I'll be back tomorrow, probably. Tonight? No, tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow's Tuesday. Gotta be back for Tuesday.